Hi everyone, it's Wednesday night, the 15th of July, and day 197 of Living the Dream. My power statement I wrote down for this morning said, I will finish getting the focus group Facebook ad all set up in the ad manager and ready to launch now that the video is done. And that's so I can start acquiring my 10 participants for that focus group. Well, let me show you what I had on my to-do list today, right here, Wednesday. Not very short, but there's 3 highlighted ones. I'm going to write it down. Let me tell you about them. My first and most important task for today was to finish setting up my Facebook focus group ad in Facebook's ad manager, just like my power statement said. My fun task for today was to finish the last couple of tasks on my extra task list, and I kept that for the last 7 to 10 days, just adding one here and there, and it's built up, so I want to get that done. My exciting task was to do some Google searches to see if there was a free software or several free softwares that I can choose from that will let me edit my videos and change out a word here, a little section there that I might have flubbed on, and I don't want to have to do it all over again. I'm going to have to look into that. These took my entire day to do today, as a couple of them were quite involved. But take a look at this. This is my number one task. There's a picture of it right there. Free business coaching for beginner entrepreneurs. That's the Facebook. That's what it looks like. So that's fantastic. And then, see that list? That was my extra task list. Big one, big long list. Got them done. Check. It's been a busy week. Okay, next thing Corey says is to get honest with yourself. And what didn't go well today, Marty, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early? Start strong. Start strong. Stay strong. End strong. Yes. Did you start your morning with power? Mindfulness, exercise, feeding my mind, going to the movies. That brings such power, and having an exciting task to come up here to do pushes and pulls me right up there. Were you productive throughout your day? You saw it. More pieces of my dream coming through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. You just saw one right there. Did you get the most important things done? Check. Did you move your goals forward? Check. Did you show up as the person you wanted today? I started strong and I stayed strong, and I'm here closing up tonight. I certainly did. What about your personal time with your loved one, your wife? Were you present? Were you there and the person you wanted and needed to be? Yes. In summary of these get honest with yourself questions, like I always do, I ask myself, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your commitments and promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, because I completed all 3 of my yellow highlighted tasks, I can go check, yes, absolutely, bam, done. Feels so great. I kept the promises that I made to myself this morning, and it was close. Just barely got them done tonight. It's so exciting to have that video for the focus group ad done, and the video for the follow-up ad done, and now the Facebook ad set up and done in the ad manager. Check, check, check. Great. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your 2 amigos put onto the screen in your mind today? In other words, did you make new movies, and what were they about? Well, like I say every night, I always watch my must-see TV favorite 5 movies on my mind during my mindfulness time. It's just a pattern now. It's a habit. And it is so much what I'm taking a hold of. But as I was finishing up designing my Facebook ad in the ad manager today, including the video as the main piece of the ad, a movie of people clicking on the ad, and watching that video, and then clicking on the Learn More button, which opened up to a landing page form where they filled in their name and their email address and their phone number, as they then could click to watch the podcast forward. Oh, so exciting. That just got me so excited, imagining that happening. Well, next Corey asked, was there anything that didn't go well today, though, Marty? In other words, was there one thing you could have done better? What's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? Another way to say it is, what's the one thing you'd want to get done tomorrow? Even if the day goes sideways doing it, you'd still feel like a great accomplishment happened. What would that one thing be? Now put it into a power statement. Well, because I finished both the follow-up video and setting up the Facebook focus group ad, I'm now ready to run the ad. It's exciting. And so here's my power statement I wrote down for tomorrow morning. Now that both the focus group ad video and the follow-up video are posted on my YouTube channel, as well as the Facebook ad is all set up and launched and ready to go, I will now get constant context follow-up email blasts ready to send out to all those folks who were not selected to be in the focus group as a follow-up email that I'm going to do. Next, Croy asked, were there any mistakes or failures I had or that I made today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, of course, there were a few difficulties in preparing all of these different pieces. There's always little situations that come up. The difficult part is that I'm having to learn how to do all of these processes as I face them one at a time because they're all new to me. These programs are new. I haven't ever done most of these processes or used these programs except setting up email campaigns in Constant Contact. I've done that for years. I've done hundreds of those email blasts, but setting up a Facebook ad the right way and setting up the form landing page that has a link on it that goes to a free gift audio and you're needing a link for that. Where do you host that link? All that was new to me, and so this has been a learning curve like none else. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? What can I do better? What did I do well? And what am I grateful for? Those are the way of ending the night successfully. That's this end of the day success routine right there. What did I do well today? Well, my biggest success today was in fact learning how to do all these things and then getting them done one by one. I still have to figure out the landing page thing and setting up that follow-up campaign with the links and all that kind of thing. But I'm going to get it done. So bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next step of my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. And so I gave today a 9. I gave it a 9 because I worked at the speed of 9 today. Not quite a 10, but I slowed down on some of these processes for sure. But I learned stuff at the speed of 10 that are going to benefit me from weeks and months and years to come. So it's great. Okay, I want to end my day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says there are as many different definitions of success as there are human beings. And there are those who claim with considerable proof that the greatest failure of our times is that we have come more and more to equate success solely with material possessions. That's the definition for most people. So each of us must learn to fashion our own brand of success. I've been rich and I've been poor, and rich is better, I'll tell you. Chance one business personality after another, and we all smile and nod our heads in envious agreement to those folks. But is that all there is to success, really? Was Howard Hughes any happier or more at peace with himself when he doubled his first $1 million? That's a good question. Is the movie starlet with her safety deposit box stuffed full with diamonds and diamond necklaces, or does that make her more content with life after she sheds her fourth husband for number 5? How do you define success? Perhaps you have been too busy at making a living to ever give it more than a passing thought. Still, since you're watching this video, you may have the hope of gleaning a nugget of truth about success, and I sure hope you are. I'm going to like to give you one of those. I'd like to give you some guidelines to think about, and perhaps you can adopt them as your own as you consider what success is to you. I hope you have a pen and some paper ready, for there is much value to learn and remember from Mr. Hughes as he unveiled his ingredients for what he called true success. Success is within you, he said. There are 2 main criteria of success, he said. Number 1, do others think you are successful? And number 2, do you think so? It is quite worthless and futile to have the whole world thinking that you are a success if you don't think you are. Success is your own inward knowledge of it. You don't necessarily need the acknowledgement of the whole world, do you? The trouble comes when we try to fashion our success to the outside world's specifications, even though these are not the specifications drawn up in your own heart. The question should be, for whom are we succeeding? For ourselves or for someone else? Success, if it is to be meaningful, must be a personal thing. It varies from individual to individual, just as personality varies. Indeed, it springs from the very depths where personality itself arises. And often it takes insightful probing to find out for ourselves what our own ideas about success actually are. Too often we consider, excuse me, got something there. Too often we conform to the outside world in our success patterns without thought or analysis, just as we conform in other departments of our lives. But a few brave ones of us, among us here, have had the courage to think on this, and they've so occasionally spelled out patterns of success which are at once honest, courageous, and individual. The most thoughtful among us concluded that personal success must exist inside us, if it is to exist at all. It cannot be composed of outward signs or appearances or trinkets, but only of intangible personal values stemming from a mature philosophy for one's life. Oh, that's so great. Next, I'm grateful for the law of constancy. This law says there are certain constant factors to be found in true success, whether it be the success of an Andrew Carnegie or of a Mahatma Gandhi. These are the essential factors independent of wealth, achievement, or poverty. These are the dynamic factors in success that are the very bone and sinew of success. The first constant factor is purpose. One must know that in whatever he or she does, he or she is moving forward toward their goal. Aimlessness is the worst enemy of success. And the second constant factor is that success has the intrinsic character of a batting average. It is not all of a big one-piece deal. Not every hour nor every day uniformly is successful. And the third constant factor or ingredient of success is the price of it. There is no success that's free. Next, I'm grateful for the person, Jim Rohn, who said, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse, end quote. A successful life will have its days or even years of failure. We know that, don't we? It will certainly have its moments of utter washout. But these are not blights upon such a life, but merely the inevitable failings which bear testimony to the fact that success isn't easy. Listen to that. Success isn't easy. Therefore, those things are bear testimony of that fact. Accepting that fact and that it's best not to make excuses to our failures or for our failures along the way is most definitely part of living the dream. So again, let me say, you've got this. You can do it. In fact, because you're listening and learning and hoping and thinking about your own possibilities, you are actually accomplishing it. You're doing it. Okay, great. I'll be back tomorrow night right here at my laptop, continuing my journey to business alignment. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.